Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the Town Council and residents of East Haven. Thank you for allowing me this opportunity to present my 2008-2009 budget for your approval. The months of March and February have been very enlightening as my staff and I took on this challenge of preparing the first budget of this new administration. My goal from the start was to create a budget which balanced the vital services that our residents need with our taxpayers' ability to pay. I never lose sight of the fact that every dollar in this budget comes from the hard-working taxpayers of East Haven. From day one, my staff and I took on the challenge of doing more with less, making every dollar count. And I'm proud to say that we have accomplished this the very first part of that goal. Though many said it couldn't be done, there will be no tax increase. Again, I am proposing that there be no tax increase. However, there will be an increase in services on both the town and Board of Education sides of the budget. The naysayers said it couldn't be done, but they were wrong. As we saw when we shut off the heat on the vacant floors of 200 Tyler Street, there has been waste in our government, waste of taxpayer money. And putting an end to the waste and mismanagement will help us more efficiently manage the business of East Haven Town government. You will spend the next several weeks reviewing this budget, but before you begin, I want to touch on some of the highlights. First and foremost, I've been able to create this budget without a tax increase for several reasons. The growth to the grand list has been slim, but there was some growth, and that will be helpful. In addition, the town portion of the budget that you have before you is very conservative on the expenditure side, including streamlining some positions for greater efficiency. The increase on the town side is a mere 0.5%. The increase on the Board of Education side is a respectable 3.3%. That is enough to support current programs and even add some new programs without breaking our taxpayers. I have also worked with the Assessor's Office and various other town departments to identify some small parcels of town-owned land which can be sold and put back on the tax rolls. These parcels are scattered throughout town and would not be subject to major development. These lots are small and not suitable for town utilization, and putting them out to bid will generate much needed income. Lastly, the key to creating a budget without a tax increase was the spending freeze that I instituted on my first day in office. That freeze has brought department spending under control, and not only saved the 07 and 08 budget from ending in the red, but I believe will actually generate a surplus. Several new positions have been added to handle the changing needs of our town. We will be centralizing all purchasing within the town of East Haven and the Board of Education sides of government. This central purchasing department will include one new position, plus an existing clerk from the Board of Ed, and the town's existing purchasing agent, all working together. This will allow greater purchasing power as we buy in bulk for the items that all departments use. This department will also create bid specs for projects, goods, and services, and maintain an inventory system for all of the town's fixed assets. Most importantly, the purchasing department will ensure that all bidding procedures are followed in accordance with our charter and the laws of Connecticut. I am recommending that the Board of Education receive a $1.4 million increase, which will allow for them to meet contractual obligations and even begin some new programs with the proper fiscal management. Several items that are vital to our students are the additional foreign language teachers at the middle school. It is unacceptable for another school year to pass without those teachers in place, and I am happy to say that the adequate funding is being provided to fill that need this year. Secondly, the safety and well-being of our students is improving. For many years, parents have asked that a school resource officer be posted at the high school, and this year we will be making that request a reality. In my recommendation, I am including $50,000 over what the Board of Finance suggested to cover this line item. An SRO serves to protect instruct, and mentor our students year-round, and I am delighted to bring this function to East Haven High School. In light of my recommended increase in the Board of Ed budget, I will work with both board members and the superintendent to define a measurable set of goals for our students. Measuring the success of these objectives on a monthly basis will help in identifying budget expenditures in the 2009-2010 budget. This will show us what works best for our students and our taxpayers. In addition to these major items, we are adding a line item for the East Haven Food Pantry and continuing to fund those many seemingly small services that help our residents of all ages get through the year, especially in these tough economic times. To ensure accountability with this very tight budget, I will be working with the Finance Director to review monthly progress reports on both the town and Board of Ed finances. This will ensure that we identify any concerns before they become problems. Finally, as we look forward to the coming years with a concern for how rising costs will affect taxpayers down the road, I have reactivated the School Building Committee, which has been dormant for the past 10 years. They will thoroughly audit our schools and work on a plan to lower overhead costs in the future. Part of that future will include the greening of East Haven. My staff and I are working with the UI and other state agencies to bring energy efficiency to all town and school buildings. All East Haven buildings will receive an Energy Star rating so that we can begin to reduce our costs by being more efficient. We are asking residents to sign up for the Connecticut Clean Energy Program so that East Haven can begin to earn free solar panels for our buildings. And you can do that by seeing the link on our website, which is www.townofeasthavenct.org. By working together to make East Haven a green community, we can preserve our planet and our pocketbooks. I thank you for this opportunity, and as always, it is a pleasure and a privilege to serve as your mayor. Please remember that by working together, especially in these tough economic times, we can make every dollar count. Thank you very much.